The 2025 WNBA draft had its fair share of expected outcomes and jaw-dropping moments. While top-tier talents like Paige Buchers, Hailey Van Lith, Sonia Citrone, and Kiki Iriafen landed exactly where fans and analysts projected, one team stirred the pot in a different way: the Indiana Fever. Coming off a promising season powered by Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, the Fever entered the draft with 3 later-round picks and high hopes from fans to bolster the roster with dynamic scoring threats. But Indiana's front office had other ideas. With the 19th overall pick, the Fever selected Michaela Timpson, a versatile forward from Florida State known for her defensive presence and rebounding tenacity. Just one pick later, they added Brie Hall from South Carolina, another tough, defense-oriented guard. To round out their draft night, Indiana chose Gonzaga's Yvonne Ejim at number 33, adding more grit and energy to the front court. According to general manager Amber Cox, the Fever came into the night with a clear game plan: strengthen their defense and add versatility. The name of the game tonight was to really shore up our defense, continue to bring in more versatility, and continue to add more weapons to this potent offense, she said after the draft. And on paper, that plan aligns with their current roster makeup. With Clark and Mitchell anchoring one of the most efficient backcourts in the league, defensive-minded additions could help balance the team's overall performance. Throughout the draft, one name repeatedly echoed among Fever faithful: Lucy Olson. The Villanova standout had been gaining steam as a fan-favorite pick, even drawing early comparisons to Clark herself. When she remained available late in the second round, many assumed she was Indiana-bound. Instead, the Fever passed and the fan base noticed. Social media buzzed with confusion and disappointment, as some supporters felt their offensive wish list had been ignored. While Indiana's strategy may prove wise in the long run, the immediate reaction was loud and clear. Fans wanted fireworks, but got defense. Caitlin Clark and her Indiana Fever's WNBA preseason game at Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena on May 4th will be broadcast on ESPN, according to the Indianapolis Star and The Athletic. The Fever's exhibition against the Brazil women's national team will begin at 5 p.m. CT and will air on ESPN unless there is a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs, which would cause the Fever game to be shifted to ESPN2. Tickets to see the former Iowa women's basketball superstar return to Iowa City sold out in 45 minutes, and resale prices exceed $250 on Ticketmaster. Before the news broke, Indiana was already scheduled for a league-high 41 nationally televised or streamed games. The Caitlin Clark effect has reached the preseason. ESPN will broadcast what is believed to be the WNBA's first nationally televised exhibition game when Clark returns to Iowa for the Indiana Fever's game against Brazil's national team on May 4th, sources briefed on the network's scheduling said. The 5 p.m. CT tip-off will be on ESPN unless the network has a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. In that case, the Fever Brazil game would shift to ESPN2. ESPN declined comment. Iowa retired Clark's jersey in February, but her return with the Fever will be her first game in Carver Hawkeye Arena since graduating last spring. Tickets for the exhibition sold out within 45 minutes of being listed. Countless Hawkeye fans have become Fever fans, and we consider them family. Fever president of basketball operations Kelly Krauskopf said in a statement when the game was initially announced. That's what will make this preseason matchup so special for us. The lack of accessible preseason broadcasts has become a pain point for fans in recent seasons, as many have clamored to have network partners air those games. Last season, an exhibition between the Chicago Sky and the Minnesota Lynx was unavailable on a broadcast, but totaled more than 2 million views through a fan's phone stream on X. The growth is happening so fast, Cheryl Reeve, the Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations, said after that exhibition. It's so accelerated, and I've been saying this in our own organization, that business as usual isn't going to work anymore. Clark and the Fever begin the regular season May 17th. They will be featured on 41 nationally televised or streamed games in the upcoming WNBA season, the most of any franchise. Of their 44 games, 10 will be on ABC ESPN, while 8 will air on ION. Last year, as Clark won Rookie of the Year and was named to the All-WNBA First Team, 6 different WNBA television partners set viewership records for their highest WNBA game. All 6 involved Fever telecasts. Clark is not the only WNBA star returning to her alma mater for a preseason game. The Chicago Sky are returning to LSU, Angel Reese's alma mater, for an exhibition. The Las Vegas Aces and Dallas Wings will play a preseason game at Notre Dame, the alma mater of guards Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, and Arike Ogunbowale. The New York Liberty are also playing at the University of Oregon in a homecoming game for Nyara Sabali and Sabrina Ionescu. Caitlin Clark has been arguably the face of women's basketball before she ever joined the WNBA. Since her time at Iowa, Clark's incredible play and competitive nature have drawn unmatched crowds. So much so that even the Indiana Fever's preseason games are getting nationally televised now. According to reports, the Fever's upcoming exhibition game against Brazil's national team on May 4th will be televised on ESPN, which would make it the first nationally televised WNBA exhibition game in history. The hype surrounding this game is monumental. Tickets sold out in 45 minutes, with resales going for more than $200 on Ticketmaster. The Fever were already slated for 41 nationally televised games throughout the regular season, the most ever for a WNBA team. With fans having clamored for preseason broadcasts for years at this point, this matchup against Brazil should be a solid measuring stick to determine fan interest in exhibition contests. The Fever's exhibition game against Brazil's national team is scheduled for a 6 p.m. ET tip-off on Sunday, May 4th. While the game will likely air on ESPN should the NBA Finals reach Game 7, the exhibition contest would be pushed to ESPN2. The game will take place at the University of Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena, a homecoming for Clark, who is a little more than a year removed from her legendary career with the school. Clark also had her jersey number 22 retired by the university on February 2nd this year. Caitlin Clark, CHA Fever Viewership Numbers 2024. It should be no surprise considering how much viewership Clark drew to the WNBA during her rookie season. Per ESPN, the league saw a 170% jump in viewership during her inaugural season, with games averaging 1.2 million viewers. The most watched game of the season was also an Indiana Fever game against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky on June 23rd, averaging 2.3 million viewers. The Indiana Fever selected South Carolina guard Brie Hall with the 20th overall pick in Monday's 2025 WNBA draft. More on the franchise's second selection of the day. Who is Brie Hall? Hall grew up in Ohio, earning her first college offer in 8th grade and going on to win the state's Miss Basketball Award. She went on to play for South Carolina, winning national championships with the program in 2022 and 2024, along with earning 4 Final Four berths and 3 SEC tournament championships. Hall took on a bigger role during the second national championship campaign, entering the starting lineup and scoring in double figures in 16 games. During her senior season, she averaged more than 23 minutes, 6.3 points, and 3 rebounds per game. Hall also played alongside Fever star Aaliyah Boston in Columbia. In a Monday night post on X, Boston referred to Hall as Big Breezy, a nickname she earned due to her clutch three-point shots. At number 20 with Brie Hall, she is an elite defender on the perimeter and does a lot of things really, really well, General Manager Amber Cox said. She played that defensive role every night. She guarded the best player on the other team, but when she had the opportunity to take three-pointers, she was very efficient in that role as well. She brings a diverse skill set. Brie again, toughest assignment every single night, Cox added. You saw it at South Carolina, her picking up some of the best players in the country and doing a tremendous job in that role. This is a player that excels when you challenge her. A great culture fit for Indiana, ESPN broadcaster Rebecca Lobo added. What can Brie Hall bring to Indiana Fever? Hall excelled on defense at South Carolina, where she was typically assigned to the opposing team's top offensive player, and is arguably among the best defenders in the WNBA draft class. She also enters the league with lots of game experience, playing more games over 4 years than any other player in South Carolina program history. She also earned the nickname Big Shot Breezy for a reason, knocking down quick three-pointers in key situations for South Carolina.